Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever heard someone talk about first world problems, or refer to a place as a third world country? We use these terms all the time, but what do they actually mean? Is there a second world? And where did this whole system come from in the first place? Let's dive in and clear things up. The terms first, second, and third world didn't originally have anything to do with wealth or development. They're actually relics of the Cold War. After World War II, the world was split into two major geopolitical blocs. The First World referred to the United States and its allies, like Western Europe, Japan, and Australia. These countries were largely capitalist and democratic. So, if that's the First World, who was the second? You guessed it, the Second World was the Soviet Union and its allies. This bloc included countries in Eastern Europe, like Poland and Hungary, as well as China and Cuba. These nations were characterized by their communist or socialist governments and centrally planned economies. They were the main rivals to the First World. This is where it gets interesting. The Third World was everyone else. It referred to the non-aligned countries that did unofficially side with either the United States or the Soviet Union. This group included a huge number of nations in Latin America, Africa, and Asia. Many of these countries were newly independent after colonialism and were trying to find their own way in this divided global landscape. So originally, Third World meant neutral, not poor. But over time, because many of these non-aligned nations were also economically less developed, the term's meaning shifted. It became a shorthand for poverty, instability, and a lack of infrastructure. The term First World also morphed to mean wealthy, industrialized, and modern. And the Second World? After the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, that term pretty much faded from use. As for a fourth world, that term was later proposed to describe indigenous populations or marginalized groups living within a country, but it never really caught on in mainstream conversation. So should we still be using these terms today? Most experts and international organizations would say no. The Cold War is over, and the world is far more complex than this simple three-part division. The terms are outdated and can be misleading. A country like Kuwait might be incredibly wealthy, but was historically considered third world. It just doesn't fit. A much better and more accurate way to talk about global economics is by using terms like developed countries, developing countries, and least developed countries. This classification is based on concrete economic factors like gross national income, levels of industrialization, and the Human Development Index, which measures things like life expectancy and education. It's just less about historical alliances and more about the actual living conditions and economic reality of a country today. So next time you're about to say first world problems, maybe think twice about the story behind those words. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you in the next video.